right, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Always good to hang with you. Thank you so much for joining AH Live for episode 26, and it's a very special episode. We have an incredible guest, a lead bassist, Michael Fields Jr., all the way from Tulsa. And we have an incredible band as well. So, really excited to share this with you. I flew all the way out to Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is about 2 hours outside of Tulsa, and we filmed this, and it just turned out incredible. So basically what you guys are going to see is I'm going to share a few songs from my set, and I'm obviously going to share some songs from Michael's as well, and I got a chance to interview him, and we'll include that. So once I hit this first song, the train is just going to keep rolling. So I'm going to get a little bit early to our announcements. Please hit share. We love to spread the good vibes and spread the music every Wednesday. So do us a favor, click that share button. If you haven't already liked my page, Adam Holly Artist Page, like that so you can hang with us every week. If you're tuning in on Michael's page, welcome. We're here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, with incredible guests. And so we'd love to see you each week. And if you want to help out the show, it's not required, but we greatly appreciate it. It helps keep everything going each week. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, it's super easy. Just click those links in the description. And we're doing stars as well, so you can be a part of the show that way. So, as I mentioned, we're going to start off with a couple songs from me and then launch into Michael Fields Jr. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you all enjoy. We're going to start off with a tune of mine called Just a Friend. Come on, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Tulsa, put your hands right here. I see a lot of pretty young things out there. I need y'all to repeat after me. Y'all with me? Here we go, here we go. y'all. This is a tune that featured a good buddy by the name of Julian Vaughn. Here we go.
All right, what is up, Michael Fields Jr.? How are you today?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm above ground. I'm doing good.
I want to dive right in. You know, you're a lead bassist. I know that Wayman is a influence of yours, but you actually have a connection to him. Please tell us a little bit about that, but also just why did you pick up the bass?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, man. So, connection to Wayman. I moved to Tulsa in 2003. Actually, a keyboard player, organist.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing organ for at Wayman's dad's church, Friendship.
Wow.
And so at the time I was playing organ there, and Wayman ended up moving to LA around that time. And so I then transitioned over to bass, and that was around that time, when he ended up finding out about cancer and all of that stuff. But it was brief, but it was good. It's kind of my connection to him and his family and stuff through the church.
Okay.
And all of that. So yeah.
And what prompted you to pick up the bass? You said you were playing organ. Why'd you make this I mean, those are some big shoes to fill, I guess. But you know, someone had to do it. It was going to be you, right?
Well, you know, so I'm a PK. My
Okay.
parents pastors, so that's where the organ and piano stuff came in. So I got to a point musically where I was frustrated. I just wasn't able to put out what I was hearing in my head. So I pretty much got bored with piano and all of that stuff. And so moved to Tulsa. Didn't have anything to do in the dorms or whatever. So I messed the bass previously, but just, you know, I wasn't playing it a lot. So my first 2 years at ORU, I just played bass in my free time. And then I started falling into my roommate. At the time, turned me on to Wayman, and then turned me on to Foreplay. Foreplay was my first introduction to smooth jazz. Nathan East.
Yeah, of course.
And so, and then Victor Wooten, obviously, on that end, because Carolina, I didn't hear about all that stuff, man, growing up. So, and I just fell in love with it from all different aspects, from gospel to R&B to Victor's funk, and then Victor's solo stuff, his lead stuff, which is amazing. You know, so many people don't listen to that; they get hung up on the tricks. But dude, it's amazing. So that's it, man. That's how I got on it.
Not only are you incredible artists, but you decided to become a promoter, and you have this incredible festival, Jazz on the Green. What was the inspiration behind that?
So, I started doing events around the city, maybe like once or twice a year. I would do Tulsa Jazzy Nights. Would be a thing where we would do the Great Gatsby look. People would come in 1920s, we'd dress up, we'd do those things. Yeah. So I got into doing that at a jazz place downtown. Brought in Phil Denny's been there with us, Marcus Anderson's been there, Tony X, a few other guys. So inspiration for that, you know, I was doing that, but I wanted to do something on another level. Try to have one big goal that I can focus on that won't take all my attention, but I got time to get it to work. So that was it, man. I just wanted to do it. You know, there's not really any smooth jazz in Tulsa, but just wanted to do something, man. Just call my own, you know, yeah. I can sit around and wait to do other festivals, send out these, you know, press releases and all this stuff, you know, promo packages, or I can just create my own and do everything else from there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it.
But not only did you successfully put on a first-year festival, but you did it in the middle of a pandemic. The footage is incredible. The audio turned out great. Man, what was your mindset on just not being defeated and making this happen?
Everything that I do, whether it's buying a car or doing a gig and getting paid for it, doing my music, you know, I use those things for examples for my kids, for my son, you know, and just like, hey man, we can do anything we want to do in life. If they tell you no, that don't mean that you can't do it. It just means you can't do it right now.
Yeah. So,
you know, as long as we got plans and we got God and we got, you know, air and breath in our lungs, we can do whatever we want to do. Who gonna stop us?
Man, no, you certainly did. It turned out incredible, and I'm sure the people of Tulsa will be looking forward to hopefully the in-person version in 2021. Yes. But yeah, fingers crossed for that. But it was an honor being there, man. I appreciate you having me. And
man, thanks for being there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a blast, man. I'm an Adam Hawley fan. I was.
Oh.
I mean, in person, man. Woo. Killing, bro. Killing.
Oh, man. Likewise. Man, and what about new music? Do you have anything in the can that's just about to come out?
Yeah, man, I do actually. I'm working on my new record for 2021. It's gonna be called Get Up On It, and I'm excited about it, man. You know, our last record did fairly well. I ended up getting on Sirius, and charting a little bit, but I'm trying to go higher with this one. So far, I have Daryl Williams on there doing a track with a couple bass friends of mine, Daryl Williams and Blair Bryant. We're doing a little bass thing on a tune. Marcus Anderson's on there so far. Hopefully Adam Hawley will be on there.
Hey, there we go. There we go. I promise I wasn't waiting for it. But no, man, it would be my honor, man. I'd love to, man. You got such a killing sound and groove, and so no, it would be my pleasure. That sounds like a hot record. Well, man, I appreciate you taking the time to come in. Before we get out of here, please let people know where they can find you online and also on social media.
Yes, it'll be www.michaelfieldsjr. And that's across all platforms, social media, everything. It's Michael Fields Jr.
Perfect. And also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out the Facebook page for the festival, Jazz on the Green, and all of the, we were able to show some of the songs today, but the entire concert footage is up there, and, you can keep in touch that way. So.
Yes, sir. And be on the lookout for 2021. I'll be announcing soon who we have for that. So.
Michael, appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through and making the time.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
And now it's time for your host, Mr. Michael Fields Jr. Let's make some noise, everybody.
Jazz on the Green, how y'all doing? So it'd only be fair if I did some music of Wayman's. I always try to do this song whenever I play. Like I said before, if it wasn't for Wayman, we wouldn't have this smooth jazz bass thing. So anyway, take a listen. The song is called 5-Day Road Trip.
Oh, yes. Wasn't that incredible? Michael Fields Jr., man, he was burning on that bass, and the rest of the band was really happening too. I had so much fun. I appreciate you, Michael, for letting me come out all the way just outside Tulsa, Oklahoma. We were in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and the festival is called Jazz on the Green. So make sure you check it out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll be in person in 2021. And if you're anywhere near Tulsa, Oklahoma, make sure you don't miss it, because as you can see, it's such a blast. All right, well, you know what time it is. It's time to bring in my lovely wife with the cat cam.
People were saying, thank you, Adam, for introducing us to Michael. So many people, let me see. Sean Davis, he said, I'm loving this. I'm going to get some of Michael's music now.
Okay, yeah.
So many people loved the smoothness and the sound of his bass. I know someone said that it's really hard to get the right sound when you're playing lead bass.
Yeah.
But they said he got it spot on. And people were loving, was her name Alicia? His saxophone player?
Yeah, she was fantastic.
Oh my goodness. I think probably like 6 people were like, she better play that sax.
No, she was really fantastic, and I appreciated the guys that did my set as well. It was so much fun, and we just got there. We didn't really rehearse either. We just kind of went through the songs a little bit, and bam, recorded. So it was a blast, and so. Kudos to, and I mentioned in the interview too, kudos to Michael Fields for making it happen. I mean, especially for a first-year festival to just, just persevere and pull it off virtually. And, he did everything, social distancing, et cetera, and we were in a huge space, no audience, so we were all able to spread out, and so kudos, Michael, really, really killing. So, what are the people saying out there? You gave us a few comments, but what else? Yeah.
When he was saying that basically Wayman Tisdale was like his inspiration, Wayman Tisdale kind of put it all in the forefront for all of the smooth jazz bass artists that we know today. So many people were commenting saying they love Wayman, they miss him, and just his sound, was reminding them, kind of giving them a little feel of Wayman. So that was really nice to see. Of course, we have people giving where they're watching from, shouting out your cities and states.
Yeah.
I love it. We have a few of our friends watching. We have Steve Hall watching up in Oregon.
What's up, Steve? Mastering engineer extraordinaire.
Yes. We also have Marcel Anderson. I saw him pop in.
Yeah.
Marcel,
What's up, Marcel?
is Marcus Anderson's brother.
Amazing
great vocalist.
Amazing.
His twin brother, by the way. We have Richard Smith was watching, or is watching, I should say.
Richard, guitarist extraordinaire and one of my former professors from the University of Southern California. And man, we are working on a tune for him for his next single, and it's turning out bananas. It's incredible. It's incredible. So it's an honor to work with him, and you've definitely heard him on jazz radio. They're still playing his stuff on Sirius. He had a huge hit with Sing a Song, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and also a bunch of his own tunes as well. So yeah. What's up, Richard? Thanks for stopping in.
And we have Christian Regley. He's watching from Zurich, Switzerland.
What's up, Christian?
We are so happy that
what
you're
time
back.
is it there, Christian? It's got to be like the middle of the night. let me check my world clock.
Or maybe it's early a.m. I don't think it's nighttime.
I think it's, in London it's 2:30, so I think that's 3:30 then for him.
A.m.?
It's the middle of the night. We appreciate you, Christian, for
Thank you, Christian.
for waking up. And I saw Wakana also in the
Yeah.
house, incredible saxophonist that I'm having the pleasure of working on a tune for as well. So what's up, Wakana, all the way from Japan?
Nice. We have Leon and Willie. Hi, Leon and
What's
Willie. They're
up?
watching from Prince George, Virginia. Cecilia, she's watching from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Lori Erickson, just down the freeway
All
in
right.
Brea.
Yep.
Yeah, Christian says it's 3:30 a.m.
Yeah. Wow, Christian, you are a trooper. So that means you started watching at 3, so you had to wake up Maybe you woke up at 2:59.
Right. The Garzas. Hi,
What's
Garzas.
up?
They're watching in the Fresno area.
In the house.
Cheryl Walters is watching from Phoenix. Sharon Bradley in Seattle. Yvonne Harris Jones from New York. Deborah Walker, she says hi from OKC. Paula Seabrook in Atlanta. Edgar Correa watching from Boca Raton, Florida. Otilia White in South Carolina.
Yep.
Then we have Willie Thomas in Cincinnati. So many people from all over, as always, but I always love seeing it. Oh, Travis Allen, he said from Dayton. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we have a birthday today.
Yeah.
Stephanie Valentine.
All right, happy birthday.
When you first started the show with your segment of the live show with the band, she said, this is such a great way to celebrate my 50th birthday. That's so nice.
Well, we are honored that you're spending your 50th birthday with us. Thanks so much for hanging, and glad we could spread some good vibes for you. So hope you have a wonderful birthday.
And actually, today is one of my cousin's birthdays, too.
That's right, Alan Brown.
He's actually getting married next Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting married next Saturday. So birthday, oh, that's so cute. He's going to have birthday and then wedding anniversary. That's like you, where you get gifts just bam, bam, bam.
Either that or someone will they'll lump it together. Here's your wedding/birthday gift.
No, I don't ever do that because we have Christmas.
Yeah,
and then
my birthday.
Nothing's in January, but then your birthday February, then the very next week is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang.
So he gets 3 gifts within 3.
As it should be. As it should be. And also, I want to make sure not to forget to mention our sincerest condolences to the Tower of Power family, and we have so many fans out there and friends that have played with them. We lost the incredible bassist Rocco, and so we're I was just heartbroken to hear that. They're a huge influence on mine and pretty much all of my musical colleagues as well. Just a landmark group, and his bass playing was landmark as well. So thoughts and prayers with the Tower and Power family.
Yeah,
Tower of
sure.
Power. Yeah.
So many. It's kind of, obviously this year has been just topsy-turvy.
It's been crazy.
Kind of a circus, really.
Yeah.
But it's just so strange. I don't know if, obviously in life you have celebrations and sorrows, but it just seems like this year you don't know whether to celebrate the celebrations because there is so much sorrow and craziness.
Yeah, it's been wild.
So that's just crazy. I feel like every week now, for a long time, I've been getting news of someone passing away, either from COVID or just naturally, from other things. It's kind of really, really strange. It's
been a hard year, but, we just got to stick together and be here for each other, stick together in music. Music is such a healing force, and, we just got to keep pushing. Yeah.
Definitely. Let me see. Do we have any other shout outs? I see so many, but I can't read them super fast. Oh, we have Joshua Leclerc. He says Motown.
Okay, Detroit. Detroit in the house. Shout out to my speaking of Detroit, shout out to my good buddy Lynn Roundtree. Just went #1 on the Billboard chart this week, and he will be on the show in a few weeks too. So really dear friend of mine. We were just doing our interview the other day and working on the rest of it, so I can put that together for you guys. So Detroit, and actually there's 3 Detroit musicians in the top 10. Phil Denny just put that post up. So Motown is real strong. Phil is I think number 8 on the chart, and so anyways, Motown staying alive.
And wasn't Lynn Roundtree's Valentine's weekend show, wasn't that like the last weekend that we were out before our stay in place?
We went out one more weekend, so that was the second to last. So Lynn has a fantastic event every Valentine's Day in Detroit. Make sure you check it out. He was nice enough to have me. We were there, I think, the day after Valentine's Day, because we played Valentine's Day in Akron. Then we drove to Detroit and played the 15th on a Saturday night. And then 2 weeks later was our last run. We did Atlanta, Richmond, and then Louisville. And that was the last gig. March 1st. So crazy. So, and then, a couple things popped up. Obviously, this event I did with Michael and did Rick Braun's show about a month ago. And I think that's it.
Well, that was our last run out of state.
Yeah.
I think our last show was your birthday / CD release at Spaghettini.
Yeah.
Which was February 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
And actually, the very next morning, we went to church, and then in between our services at church, Adam started not to feel well. And then after church, he just started getting worse and worse by every half hour. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if somebody gave you coronavirus? But it ended up being food poisoning.
It was food poisoning. But that was when everything was like, what is it? We don't know for sure, because the shutdown, I think, was March 14th. So, early February, it was still all mysterious. And, but yeah, it was definitely food poisoning. It was all of the symptoms. I don't want to gross you guys out. So, but it's all the symptoms of food poisoning. So, yeah.
And I ran to Target and I literally cleaned off the shelf of nausea drops. I even got, I think it's called mother's milk or something. It's for pregnant women experiencing nausea, morning sickness. And I was like, I know you might feel weird taking this, but you need to take it. It's going to help.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my gosh, this did work.
Oh, yeah. No, it was crazy. Okay, enough of that. I don't want to relive it. They don't want to hear about it.
Patty Blackwell says, happy birthday to all you September babies.
All right.
So nice.
Awesome.
Do we have any questions for Ask Adam?
Ask Adam. This is the time. Whatever those burning desire questions you have that you just cannot go without knowing, this is the time.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
What are we in? This is the last day of September, right?
Yeah.
So do you have anyone that you can give just right now that's going to be on the show next month?
Yeah. You want to give a little shout out? Okay, so we have some incredible guests I'm working on currently. Number one, I mentioned Lynn Roundtree, trumpeter extraordinaire. He'll be coming up. Saxophonist Steve Cole is coming on the show. Incredible saxophonist. We're working on getting all that together, so he'll be coming up soon. Rick Braun is coming on also.
Nice.
So we have a star-studded calendar coming up. Also have Paula Atherton coming up.
Oh, cool. I love
Incredible
Paula.
saxophonist from NYC. We used to be on the same label together, Maurice White's label Kalimba, and we've done a couple shows together. We actually played at BB King's, I think, the month before it closed in New York. It's kind of crazy. Her and I and Cindy Bradley, we all played together there. And then we always run into each other at festivals. We just saw her not long ago in Madrid.
Yeah, she and her husband.
Yeah.
Her husband is so funny. He makes me laugh all the time.
So those are just a few that are coming up. Paula Atherton, Rick Braun, Lynn Roundtree, Steve Cole. So, and I'm working on a bunch of others as well. So really excited about the lineup coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
So James Core the third, he says, when are you coming to Houston?
Oh gosh, well there used to be a great festival there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I remember the promoter, his name was Leonard, and but they don't hold it anymore. So we are looking for a new Houston promoter who is going to step up and make it happen because we had a blast down there. So hopefully somebody starts doing some events down there. If you know of anything, let me know. And you could just message me or DM me, email me. And would love to get a new inn down in Houston because that was my inn and he stopped doing promotions. Remember we went down Galveston. That was the city.
Galveston, yes.
We went down to Galveston and it was an incredible festival, massive festival. On the bill that day was Take 6, Norman Brown, myself. They had 8 artists and they did 2 days there. So yeah, hopefully someone else starts doing some stuff down in Houston.
Cheryl Walter says, are you staying on Facebook Live or moving the show elsewhere?
Well, as far as I know, I think all those stipulations people have been sharing about, is Facebook shutting down for music? I'm 99% sure that's for DJs. Because they're playing music that is not their own. DJ spins the hottest records out there, but then in terms of copyright, it's an issue on Facebook. But as you know, this show is based around my music and then the music of my guests, which of course I have permission to use because they're the guest each week. So I'm 99% sure I'll just see you on Facebook next week. And if it doesn't work out, then then we'll move to YouTube and be over there. But I'm pretty sure that the Facebook issue is with DJs.
Vicky Dennis, she says, I was wondering if you ever released an instrumental that you later wrote lyrics to and released the song with vocals.
Oh, interesting. Wow. I don't think so. The closest we've gotten to vocals on instrumental tunes is like Das, like Kat on Joyride saying Da. Was it, or La? Or
no, it's Da.
Da. So to answer your question, no. Kat's been on a couple songs doing like some, I don't even know what you call that. Sounds, not even words. And then of course, Kat's been on every one of my records doing a tune on each record, but all of those were covers. We didn't write them. The only original I've done with vocals was the tune off of my first record with Tracy Carter, which is escaping me right now.
You can go on.
You can go on. Thank you. So that's the only song I've done with lyrics that was an original. So we'll have to figure that out going forward. But typically, since I'm a guitarist, the record is mostly instrumental, and then of course I want to make sure to feature the lovely vocals of my lovely wife.
Oh, well, thank you.
But yeah, usually it's mostly instrumental.
Robert Crutcher says, have you ever done the Smooth Jazz Cruise?
I did it once in 2017 and would love to go back. Just let them know. Michael Lazaroff is his name. And let him know that you want to have me back. I had such a blast in 2017. It was an incredible experience. You came with me as well, hanging out in the Caribbean. So yeah, let him know. Let him know you want to see some AH live on the Smooth Jazz Cruise.
James Core, he says, what about a collaboration with Norman Brown?
Oh man, Norman. One thing I love about Norman and some of the other great guitarists out there, Paul Jackson Jr., I've met George Benson once. And also Nick Corleone. They're such great artists, and they've been so supportive. Every one of them to a man is like, man, so happy for you. Great to have another guitar player on the scene. So Norman, every time I see him, he's just super positive. So yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. We haven't talked about making music, but every time I see him, he's just like, man, how you doing? We just chatted up, and so maybe at some point we can make that happen because he's been just really, really cool.
Stephanie Valentine says, do you or have you ever scored anything for TV or movies?
Yeah, I've done quite a bit, and one of the ones I'll just mention the one that was kind of special to me was I did this documentary about endangered sea turtles in Costa Rica. And that was so cool. Number one, the subject matter, something I hadn't really thought of. And number two, really making music that was authentic to Costa Rica and just Central America in general. And so that was a really, really fun project to be a part of. And just recently, I did a big movie session for an incredible movie that's going to come out on Amazon Prime, and it's about Sam Cooke. So make sure you look for that. I just did that, I think, 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Paul Jackson Jr. He recommended me. And so yeah, I've been fortunate to do a bunch of stuff in TV and film, and that's one of the cool things about being in Los Angeles. It's right here. So. And
that movie is produced by Regina King, right?
Yeah. And a bunch of incredible. The movie is about Sam Cooke, and also Muhammad Ali is in it, and it's about the night that Muhammad Ali, who was named Cassius Clay, beat Sonny Liston. And a lot of the movie is based around the fact that on that night, no one thought that Muhammad Ali would win the fight, and so there was no after party. So when he won, all he was doing was hanging out in his hotel room, along with Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X, and I hope I'm not getting this wrong. I think it was Martin Luther King. I think it was the four of them. I could be getting one of those wrong, but definitely Sam Cooke and Muhammad Ali were in the hotel room, and so I mean, wow. Just talk about history right there. So we did a couple songs for that movie. So look for that. It's incredible.
Yeah, and Adam does actually over the years done quite a few things in film. It's called sidelining. Whenever you see a band playing in like a wedding or a restaurant or something, a lot of the times those are real life musicians, and it just depends. Sometimes they're actually playing, sometimes they're not. So he's done different scenes for Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
He's in the movie La La Land. He's in the pool, like the 80s pool party.
Yeah.
In the 80s band.
Pop star.
Yes, pop star.
Yeah. I
I'm
also
trying to
played
think of
on the
another one.
soundtrack. I actually played on the soundtrack for Best Man Holiday. There's a bunch of them. So
A bunch of
that's
stuff.
That's one of the cool things about being in LA. American Idol, TV. So I feel fortunate for all these different opportunities.
So many people are loving the sea turtle document.
Yeah. I gotta find it. Hopefully it's up on YouTube. I'll find that, share that with you guys, see if I can find it, because it was really cool.
Do you have time for one more?
We got one more.
Deborah Childs Baker, she says, have you ever worked with Paul Taylor?
Paul is such an incredible saxophonist. We have never played, but we were just hanging with him also in Madrid when we were hanging with Paula.
Yes.
And he was there, him and Michael Linton, doing a show together, and we had such a blast. We were hanging out. It was kind of funny how that festival was. They had us all hang out every night together. And so I really got to know him that was April, I think.
I don't even remember.
So I would love to do something with Paul. Such a big talent, great saxophonist, and
the nicest guy.
Really, really nice guy. And another guy, he's been around for decades, and the first thing he said was, man, so happy for you. Great to see you out here on the festivals doing your thing. So that's one we're going to have to work out too.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kat.
You're
as
welcome.
Always,
Thank you guys so much for your questions. They were great questions today.
Yeah.
Well, they always are, but today they were like really in depth.
It was great. We'll give her a virtual hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's my
Thank
lovely
you.
wife, Kat. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
And I already mentioned what we have coming up. Steve Cole, Rick Braun, Lynn Roundtree, Paula Atherton. But next week, when I was working on the footage for this episode today, I was blown away. It was so incredible. So I asked Michael Fields, do you mind if we share some more songs for the concert? And he said yes. So next week, I'm going to have some more of my songs from the show and some more songs from Michael Fields. All new material, all with the live band that you've been enjoying so much today. That's right. Next week, we've got part 2 of Michael Fields Jr. So tune in for that. It's going to be a blast, and you're going to get more of what you've been enjoying today. It's going to be incredible. So, speaking of which, I've got one more song for you guys from the festival. This is actually the encore, which included everybody from the festival, so I can't wait to share that with you. One more quick reminder, if you want to help out, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, just click those links in the description. You can also do stars. We really appreciate you, and we make sure to mention all the supporters in every episode. We put you in the credits, and just as a thanks for being a part of the show. So appreciate you guys, and hope you enjoyed this last song.
And we at the end of the show, we're going to do one for the road. We got any Frankie Beverly and Maze fans out there? Adam, what you say? Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Braxton. Thank you, Mr. Braxton. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eldridge Jackson. Have been a wonderful audience. Thank you guys for tuning in. I want to give a huge shout out, huge thank you to saxophonist Eldridge Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to saxophonist Tom Braxton, all the way from sunny California, guitarist Adam Hawley. I want to take a moment to thank my band, Mr. Jeremy Thomas on keys, Mr. Matt Smith on guitar, on drums, Mr. Marlis Flowers. I want to take a moment and thank every one of my sponsors. I know you guys didn't know what I was doing. I know you guys, it was hard to prove the picture to you, but thank you guys for supporting me. I'm Michael Fields Jr. This is Jazz on the Green. Be on the lookout for Jazz on the Green 2021. Thank you.
Never gonna let you go now, baby. Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go now, baby. Never gonna let you go.
Michael Fields Jr. Oh, wasn't that incredible? And ladies and gentlemen, you asked for it, you got it. Here he is, Rufus. Rufus. Oh, he's trying his best to lick my lips. He just got a haircut. He just got groomed today, and so he is looking good. There he is. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. One more reminder, next week, part 2 of Michael Fields. I've got a whole other set of incredible songs from that awesome concert, both from my set and also Michael's set. So tune in for that. It's going to be a blast. Next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's AH Live. See y'all next week.